What does that say? The deduction would only apply to cash tips. To cash tips. Only cash tips. I was right. It's not all forms of tips.
So this video is about the no tax on tips, and I'm responding because it's important that we get this right. Someone tagged me in this video, and this gentleman's name, the anti-older millennial, I thought that's a great username. But I did notice that you were reading from an article, so I thought, I should go look at the actual legislation itself. So here is the section in the legislation. The term qualified tip means any cash tip received by an individual in the course of such individual's employment in an occupation which traditionally and customarily receives tips, on or before these dates. Now, what we need to understand here is the term qualified tip is clearly defined in the Internal Revenue Service Code. It's not clearly defined here, it's defined in the IRS code. So when they use the term qualified tip, cash tip, in this legislation, you have to refer to the IRS code to see exactly what it is. So here is the IRS code. Cash tips include tips received directly from customers, tips from other employees under any tip sharing arrangement, and charged tips, for example, credit card, debit card charges that you distribute to the employee. And what that means is it's not just cash tips in the way you view cash tips, someone handing you cash. It is also tips that are received through debit cards, charged cards. Some restaurants, all the people share the tips. They're all accumulated and people share them. All of those tips qualify as well. And you would have a great point because people, generally don't report if someone leaves a $10 bill on the table. That's typically not reported. This would be a waste of time if that's what cash tips meant, but that's not what cash tips means. The reason the word cash tips exists is because people could get around that by offering someone something other than cash. For instance, if they decided to give you a gift card or a gift of any other sort. And I know this may seem like a stretch, but I've literally had contractors ask me to pay them in gift cards so they wouldn't have to pay any income tax. So this is a thing. But to be clear, cash tips does not just mean the $5 or $10 bill they may leave on the table. It means any and all tips paid in currency, whether it's cash in hand or on a card, a credit card or debit card. When reading articles or legislation, it's important when they use the terms that you go to the IRS code and see what the definition of that term is as per the IRS. So it's not just cash tips in the way you think are just cash tips. It's cash tips in the way the IRS identifies cash tips. Thanks.